Sony and PlayStation are a lost cause. The more I think about them ending the production of physical games starting in January 2028, the more I think of how this has caused irrevocable damage to their brand that I don't think they can ever recover from. They've shown their hands, and the PlayStation that we've all fallen in love with, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, 3, 4, it's not coming back, and I don't think it's ever going to come back. I'm wearing my PlayStation shirt today, okay? I love PlayStation. I'm not grifting for the sake of grifting. I have truly lost all trust in PlayStation, and we need to keep up the fight, right? We need to keep up the fight for them to bring back physical games. It's bigger than just PlayStation. It's physical media as a whole. But at the same time, even if they bring back physical media at this point, they announced that they're going to continue making physical games moving forward, that PlayStation 6 will have a disc drive, even if it's like a detachable one. And if they say that they're going to just have the option for, boutique labels to have physical games, at that point, it just feels like that their brand and their reputation is so tarnished already, at least from us, and I hate using this term, real gamers. I don't see how I could ever trust them again to truly invest into a library with them moving forward. There's been a hot topic going on that a lot of people have been folding. The people like me who are saying that they're going to boycott PlayStation, they're going to boycott Wolverine, boycott Grand Theft Auto 6, that they're all going to fold instantly. And, digital only copies of Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 just came out on the PS4 and PS5, and they're the top of the store. So there you go. Like, you guys are all talking big talk, but you just folded so quick with the new Black Ops game. And this really got me thinking, because I was looking at the PlayStation store the other day. I canceled my PlayStation Plus, but like I had the 12 months, so like I still have it active. So like I guess I'm gonna claim my games or whatever. I went in to claim like the free games for the month, and I was looking at the store tab, and it was like, I was looking at the Call of Duty because I didn't know what the price was on them. I'm not interested in that. I'd rather play them on Xbox 360. And I hear they're like not great ports anyway. But I'm looking at the top 10 list, and it's got your sports games, your 2K, your Madden, your FIFA, or FC Soccer, whatever it's called now, college football, Call of Duty Black Ops 1 and 2, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, Grand Theft Auto 6, and I'm just looking at this list of games, and I'm just like, this is the most casual slate of games. Like, when you're talking about casual gamers and real gamers, again, I hate that term. I hate like gatekeeping, anything like that, but like for the sake of argument, I think like we can lump that the casual gamer plays sports games and Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed and Grand Theft Auto, and those are probably the people who don't care about physical games and they're the digital only games. And maybe that's just what PlayStation's been like, the way they've been like thinking about the whole thing, that those are the people who are only buying digital games because they are casual, and that's why they're ending the production of physical media, because like all the people who are like you and me watching this who do care about your single player games, your indie games, all the other stuff, they're like, they can lose us, and they'll make so much money from the people who are buying the sports games and the Call of Duty and the Grand Theft Auto that they're just going to make enough money, and that's really their thought process on this. I mean, likewise, we already know that for the PlayStation 5 generation, they've attempted like 14 live service projects, and like most of them got canceled. Like 10 of them got canceled. One of them was Concord, and they said that they're going to try to rejuvenate the live service industry, try to get live service games hype and exciting again, and they're going to continue to pursue live service. And I don't know, that again, if they come back and say that they're going to bring physical discs back, we already know that they're going to still try the live service route, and that's where all their focus is. So like, what does that even mean for physical games on PlayStation moving forward? We're going to get Wolverine 2, Spider-Man 3, Horizon Zero Dawn 3, God of War 2018 3 and 4, Ghost of Tsushima 3. If those aren't selling too well, they're going to break the glass and hit up Last of Us Part 3. We know Intergalactic's coming up. All these things feel so safe and samey, and it's just like, again, that's probably where PlayStation, they think they're making so much money off of these third-party games, like the sports games, the Call of Duty, the Assassin's Creed, the Grand Theft Auto. That's why would they invest $300 million on a risk? Why would they take any risk for these single-player games that, for you and me, they don't care about us anymore? I don't know if that's just something they're attempting to keep like a brand identity, or, they've been expanding into movies with these IP to try to grow it beyond gaming. But I don't think that there's a chance that in the PlayStation 6, PlayStation, like Sony, they're going to do anything spectacular, anything cool, anything fun. And it's just like, what? Why would I need to buy a $1,500 console and even like have physical discs for this type of system? Like, they bring back physical discs. Is that even going to bring me back? Right? Like, the damage has been done with this whole physical media thing that's really putting, like, under the magnifying glass. Like, yes, we still need to fight the fight. It's bigger than just Sony and PlayStation with physical discs. And we don't want physical games to end industry wide, and then it goes into physical media like movies and stuff as well. But this is given just so much time to reflect and think about the future of PlayStation and just their intentions. If they announce that they bring back discs, like, okay, well, we did this with the PlayStation 3 and the Vita stores where they shut them down. People complained, and then, it got reversed. But now here we are. They associate it with the physical media things. So hopefully they can get one of those two things done, right? Shut down those stores, maybe save physical media or bring physical media back. But then 5-10 more years, I don't know if they're just waiting for us, like old dinosaurs, to get older to not care anymore and then try again to get rid of the physical media. At no point do I feel like my physical library is going to be safe on PlayStation. And using the example of the casual audience that they're catering to, your sports games, Call of Duty, live service games, I just wonder, like, how loyal they truly are with PlayStation. And I'm sure PlayStation has their, like, loyal sheep, bootlicker, fans that are on social. You see them on social media in the comments, the people who don't care. They're the people who have to buy the new iPhone every year, right? Like, it's a status symbol. I got the new PlayStation. It's the best thing in gaming. But, the true casuals who are on PlayStation playing, like, the sports games and Call of Duty, I just can't help but think that those sports games and Call of Duty haven't been on, like, Nintendo Switch, but they are going to be on Nintendo Switch too. They're already coming out. I think the first year we had bad ports because it's the launch year and just like they didn't care about optimizing or anything like that. But I do think that we are going to get good versions of the sports games, of like Madden, of college football. Call of Duty's coming to Nintendo Switch too. And for this casual audience who like hasn't even upgraded from PlayStation 4 yet, right? Like they released Black Ops and Black Ops 2 on PlayStation 4. They're not just PlayStation 5 versions. They released PlayStation 4 versions, right? There's plenty of casuals who just haven't felt the need to upgrade from PlayStation 4 to 5. So then if those people who are still on PlayStation 4 or they only have a PlayStation 5 because they want to play these more casual games and they buy them digitally because they really just don't care, why would they spend $1,500 on a PlayStation 6 to continue playing these sports games when they're casuals? They don't really care. There's going to be the Nintendo Switch 2 out there for a third of the price, right? They're too casual to want to like get a PC and put it on their TV, right? They just want to sit on the couch, play FIFA or something like that. At that point, I honestly think there's going to be a lot of the casuals that jump ship over to like Nintendo Switch. I think Nintendo Switch is going to keep growing, and all these third-party games, for as big as the Nintendo Switch 2 install base is versus the PlayStation 6, especially at launch, I think these companies are going to have to put their games on Nintendo Switch 2, and they're going to target that, and that's going to hold back the PlayStation 6. I've seen rumors that Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to come to Nintendo Switch 2 later, and I'm sure they're going to have to put work to, like, it's a weaker console for sure, and so that they would have to put some work to make that happen. But I think they'd be crazy as a company to spend 15 years on a single game and not have access to Nintendo Switch 2, which is probably gonna end up having over like 100 million units sold over its lifetime, 100 million plus. They'd be crazy not to have that, since the next Grand Theft Auto 7 is going to take another 15 years to create. So to think that they're not going to try to like get more money from that product by putting on Switch 2, it's crazy. And I think that's how all these companies are gonna feel. Like Capcom, why would they make PlayStation 6 exclusive game when there's all these users and players on Nintendo Switch 2? I don't know. I just don't see how PlayStation thinks that they can have this closed ecosystem for essentially third-party games and live service games, right? Like they want you to play your Fortnite on PlayStation. I feel like, again, because they're not taking risk with their single player games. And are their single player games that good? We already experienced burnout with the PlayStation 5 playing the same PS4 games again on PS5, essentially, with their sequels, basically the same games. And we're going to do it again on PlayStation 6. Is that worth $1,500 when you can buy a Switch 2, buy all these games? Or, if you're digital only, again, like, why not just go to PC or Xbox? If you really don't care, you're all for digital, like that makes sense. Nintendo, I keep talking about Nintendo Switch 2 just because it's the only one with physical games on it where you can actually own your property, right? You can resell it after, even if it's a game key card, you can still resell it, right? And again, like, that's, I always thought that, like, why wouldn't they do a game key disc on PlayStation 6? Just have a generation of game key discs where we can at least have ownership, at least have like the retail sales and competition. It's because they want to own it all. And I don't know, that 1-2 combo of like, they really truly think that it's like they're opening Pokemon packs with these live service games. Like they're trying to hit that next Fortnite, and they're going to keep trying. And they want to have that Fortnite that's exclusive to PlayStation. So it's a game that's as hot as Fortnite, but you have to buy a PlayStation 6. You have to buy all your V-Bucks and microtransactions through the PlayStation 6 store. And just all the money. Oh, like that's just all they're thinking about. And I think I don't know. I feel like PlayStation's try to copy Nintendo so much over the generations. Like, Nintendo had the Wii, it was very successful. PlayStation with the PlayStation 3 with the Move controllers, they try to copy that. You had like other examples like Super Smash Brothers, and then PlayStation All Stars. They try to copy that formula, and then like even now, like with Nintendo Switch, everyone's getting the handheld PCs and copying that. But with this whole situation, the closed ecosystem and the live service, and just relying on third parties, I really see a lot of similarities with PlayStation, with Sony, and Valve. Because when I think of Valve, like I kind of like, what I dislike about Steam so much is like the success that Valve had with Steam. It seems like they just like stopped making games. I remember on the Xbox 360 we had like the Orange Box, which of course was a compilation of games pretty much all previously released. But we had like Portal and Portal 2, Left 4 Dead 1 and 2. Like they were making games, and then like Steam took off, was so successful they were just like they just stopped making games. They're making enough money on the storefront, and it almost seems like that's what Sony's trying to do, is get this closed ecosystem storefront, keep like the brand of PlayStation, trying to make it like Apple as this like premium device that you got to have this like status symbol, and that they're just gonna their first party games are going to become just less and less interesting. Like they've been burnt on some of the risk they take, like I don't know, destruction. I don't remember that one foam game. Maybe that was a Square Enix game, but Concord, of course. And I don't know if Marathon's paying, like how that's doing, or Destiny. I would consider Destiny and like that kind of stuff in like that casual territory. I don't know, man, but I just can't see anything too interesting or fun coming out of PlayStation. So I don't know. This whole I was probably gonna buy a PlayStation 6, right? And like the last thing I say was like I'll put like 3 years into the generation. If there's anything interesting and worth playing, I might get one. Or if I'm like, feeling like in the mood for a Horizon Zero Dawn 3, a Spider-Man 3, a Wolverine 2, a Ghost of Tsushima 3, another God of War. But I'd have to like, I would have to be in the mood for it, and I would know what I'm going into, because it's not going to be that much different. And I don't know. I just think they're a lost cause at this point. They showed their hand, what they care about. It's money. They don't care about like advancing like the art of games, making anything new and interesting. They're just gonna ride the casual third party with like those really big third party games like the sports games and the Call of Duty and the live service games like Fortnite. But I do think over time that all these games are going to be supported on other platforms like Nintendo Switch 2, and of course PC and Xbox if you're digital only. Just go over there. Like I just don't see a reason why you would spend $1,500 on a PlayStation 6. It's slowly not making any sense. And I just wonder how loyal their audience is. Like, yeah, they're sports fans. If all you've been doing is playing sports games and Call of Duty, you've been playing on PlayStation, why would you change to go over to Xbox to play the same games? Well, now there's a real reason not to. And when like there's another console for a third of the price out there, and if you're still been playing on PlayStation 4, like it's going to be an upgrade for you. For those people who are still playing on PS4, the people who bought Call of Duty Black Ops and Black Ops 2, the PlayStation 4 editions, if they upgrade to Switch 2, they're going to get better graphics, right? And better frame rates. So I don't know, man. PlayStation's a lost cause. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Let me know down in the comments what you think. How do you see this playing out? And I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.